They'll kill you in most Muslim countries if you commit adultery.
Dealing with children inappropriately, incorrect. Touching another man's wife or husband, incorrect. In most places, prostitution is illegal. Perjuring yourself and bringing someone else on charges before the powers and bearing false witness and being caught is perjury and will get you locked up. They will be a terror unto that evil work. Evil works that the Most High agrees are evil. So he's talking about, when he's saying resist the power, he's saying don't think you got the license to go in other people's countries and break their laws as well. Because most of the laws they have, brothers and sisters, are compatible. That's why people be like, well, the Hebrews got their law. Look at the Hammurabi Code that existed before that. And look at these where you see similar laws about stealing and killing and honoring parents. All Hammurabi had those things.
Right.
You got to understand that man gets his life spark from the Most High. Our ability to...
Please let me say that.
Let me finish making this point. The ability to think and to be able to speak and to be able to even understand what civilization is and what you are is... The Most High has put that in me. Go ahead.
No, excuse me for interrupting, but you just brought up a common argument along a lot of people. They say that a lot of the commandments of the Bible come from the Egyptian ideology of the 46 Confessions of Maat. And they say, well, you know, thou shalt not commit adultery. Well, you know, one of the confessions is, I have not committed adultery. Or, you know, thou shalt not steal, I have not steal, and so on and so forth. But that was a good point, because all nations and all laws, all nations had laws that were governed by, you know, the righteousness of God.
Right.
That where all men knew, look, you know, if I got something and you take it from me, my natural reaction is to be upset. You know, right. Even try to lay hands on you if I could. So that was a natural law, you know. But there was just an interesting point for those who try to argue that, and they go by the letter, that the commandments of the Bible strictly got their writings out of Egyptians, but they don't fully understand that all men have laws. And that's a good one, stealing, or you know, or you know, you go kill a child of another person. It's not that person gonna say, well, I don't believe in that, so therefore I ain't gonna get mad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get mad you killed my child because I don't believe in the Bible. Nothing like that. Yeah, right. You ain't gotta read no Bible for somebody anywhere in the rainforest of Peru to the most highly civilized big city on the earth. You touch somebody's child and hurt that child and see what they want. They want something that is called justice, right? That's a good point, brother. And when you look at it, this is what we have to understand about the powers that be. All the governments of the earth is nations and families and tongues and kindreds and people coming together in their boundaries that the Most High has set and trying to establish some kind of moral code to keep society from total anarchy. Even as we see the degrading of this quote-unquote American kingdom, they still not going to take their laws off the book that show they have some kind of morality. Yeah, the Chinese are communists. So what? Go over there and touch a man's wife and see what happens. They different from the capitalist Americans in that regard? No. All nations have that understanding. And that's what it means in Romans, that the powers that be are ordained. But where are these powers at? These powers are in heaven. Think I'm bugging? Okay, let's go to Jude 15, right? Jude. And let's look at something. I just want to show something right quick. Because I'm showing, okay, the powers are powers in heaven that are the governments of this earth. Jude, verse 13 says something that's something to consider. I want to consider it from another aspect and make a point with it. Read Jude and read that verse. Verse 13.
Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame.
I'm sorry, brother, back up to verse 11 so it can explain pretty much.
Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the errors of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsayings of Korah.
So he's talking about the wicked who was posing like they were ministers of Christ, but really ministers of Satan. He's talking against them. Go ahead.
These are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water.
These people are clouds without water.
Carried about of winds trees whose fruit withereth.
Trees,
Without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the root. Raging waves of the sea.
They are raging waves of the sea. Now we know that all through the scripture, the sea represent the nations. And when you see the raging waves of the sea, the wicked who stir up trouble, whether it's in the church or out in natural society, brothers and sisters, our raging waves are causing a stir to the calmness, if you will, of the sea. When the literal sea got waves crashing and roaring and they're raging, people feel in danger. You don't want to be on a boat in the raging waves of the sea. You don't want to be on a cruise ship, a battleship in the raging waves of the sea, because they can't control it. You ever watched that Extreme Catch show? Have you ever seen them guys go up to the top of the earth to try and catch them big crabs? Have you ever seen the stuff they go through? They in a big ship, and the ship is just being thrown like this. And they inside like, man, we can't go out there today. Why? We got to stay in the hull of the ship because the storm in the sea is so bad that this big giant boat, as big as a block, is just being tossed around like it's nothing. Look at the raging waves of the sea here. They are causing trouble in the nations. Go ahead.
In verse 14. And Enoch also, the seventh from
the rest of 13.
I'm sorry. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out of their own shame. Wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
They are wandering stars. So he talked about the evil being these wandering stars. And in another place, he's called the saints stars as well. There is nobody who would teach about that horn on that fourth beast in the book of Daniel that stood up and spoke words against the Most High. And he stamped and cast the stars of heaven to the ground and stamped upon them. Everybody say them the saints. I've heard everybody teach them the saints. Okay, well, if the saints represent stars, well, here these wicked are called wandering stars. These stars are in heaven as well. Let's see something else. Go to 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15. And when we get there, brother, read verse 41. 1 Corinthians 15. And when you get there, read verse 41.
There is one glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars. For one star differeth from another star in glory.
So we all can see that. You don't look at the moon. Nobody in here look at the moon as being as powerful as the sun. It's like the sun is first. The sun is like the great big power. Then the moon is like behind it. Powerful, but yet not as powerful as the sun. Then the stars don't seem to be as powerful as either because they seem further away and smaller in size, don't they? Well, when Jacob saw and understood his son vision of the sun, moon, and the stars, the father represented the ultimate power in the family. The mother represented a secondary power that had power, but yet wasn't as powerful as the sun. And then the stars represented the children, who still have some light, but aren't as powerful as the mother and the father. As you said, brother, in order. In order. And I went to this scripture to show that the sun, the moon, and the stars all have their place. So when we read about the sun, moon, and the stars, brothers and sisters, it is representing order. Because he's using them to try and teach us something. What is that? Let us go to Isaiah 13. Because now I'm going to show you, I made a claim earlier that I think you got people who just go in the Bible, they're going to concordance or the Bible, find a word everywhere where the word Sabbath is, and then teach you everywhere that it says Sabbath is talking about the 7th day weekly Sabbath. That's the way that some of their teachings are to me because of the way that they try and teach the prophecies. I'm going to give you an example here. Isaiah 13. Now in this scripture, my teachers and others that I know of have taught that this is a future event to come that still ain't happened yet. But let's see. Isaiah 13 starting at 1.
The burdens of Babylon which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
So this is about what? Babylon, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.